What makes Pigment so special is it's a unique store with a European aesthetic. So a lot of the products in this store we've sourced from Europe. So I think in that respect it's quite a unique look, and people do tell us that. They come into the store and say, oh wow, it's really cool, or it reminds me of the stores in France or in Italy. So my kind of educational background is I did a bachelor's in fine arts in the UK, and I was working as a commissioned artist for a while, specialising in digital media in the UK. And then when we moved to New Zealand, had family and that kind of took over. And so from then it was working also within different creative settings, and then working at the Vivian Gallery, managing the gallery, and that was a great experience. And so now to be able to have, you know, my own store and work alongside with Abbey, it's just really wonderful, and we're really enjoying it. And it's been exciting and nerve-wracking, and yeah, it's been really good overall.
What I love about the shop is that it's fun, it's vibrant, it's chaotic. It has materials that I personally can test out, little niche-y things that are just a little bit quirky. I mean, it's easy things that you can just generally love, and it's really nice being able to work in a store where you kind of decide which products you want out there and the kind of aesthetic that you want to portray, and it's changing people's view of art as well. It's a bit of fun, it's something that people can replicate in their daily lives. Just different art products and appreciation of art.
I think what's really lovely is the fact that we've had people come into the store who are rediscovering their creativity, especially through lockdown. So many people obviously were stuck at home. And so some people for the first time in many years have been starting to paint again, or get into calligraphy, or just want to be creative. And I think that's quite lovely. And it's so great for someone to be able to come into the store, and whether they want to just purchase something really simple, like one small ink or a sketch pad, or whether they want, you know, to go to the lengths of buying a whole range of art materials, they can come in and we can kind of talk to them about really what they'd like to learn. Sometimes, you know, sometimes you'll get people come in and they say, oh, I've not painted for years, or I've never used watercolour before. You can advise them as to what ranges we have and give them some advice, and it's been really lovely to kind of meet new people, and some of which are professional artists, some are hobby artists, and some are just looking to be creative.
So it's also really nice to be able to stock products that you can't necessarily find in stores in New Zealand, such as the J. Herbin, the limited edition inks, where they're inspired by J. Herbin, who was a sailor in the 16th century. Inks that have a certain story and a certain history behind them are really interesting to us. We also have, say, like the Violet Pence ink, which is it was the standard writing ink for universities from about the 17th century, all the way up into when kind of ballpoint pens were created. And one of the best things obviously you can do with a great ink is that you can use a really good quality pen. From kind of the day our doors were open, we've stocked lame. So we stock from your Safari range, who, you know, people have these pens for 30 years or more, all the way up to your Studio and your Ion range, which are absolutely premium pens, beautiful writers. We can also do nib exchanges. So if you happen to break a nib or drop or would just like a change in your pen, we can also offer that service to people. So as well as the lame range, we have also started to introduce cross to our business. So we have your Century range, the ATX. We also have the Wanderlust series. They're for someone that wants slightly more decorative, more classic pen too. So in saying that, we have also got in a couple of pens which are quite special. So you have the Fondele 47, which is made from a reformed AK-47, and the proceeds go towards helping keep illegal guns out of war-torn regions of Africa. So they're also stamped with the serial number from the gun which they were made from. So that's another great example of how we like to stock slightly unusual things, but we're also really conscious about kind of the epic nature in which the products come from or if they help communities in any way. So we're really interested in products that, one, aren't mass produced, and two, have this rich history behind them. It just makes them more interesting and it gets people excited about writing.
So it's really lovely to have this store because we can support local artists. We have a number of different artists that bring their work into the store. So we've got people such as, Aaron Scythe is a ceramicist who's based in Wanganui. We have his work in here, which is really wonderful to have. Rupert Herring, with his upcycled sculptural furniture pieces. He's based in up on the Kaipara. We've also got Stephanie Kroeger. She does mainly coastal paintings and she's based over in Piha. We've got Julia White, who spends part of her time in Omaha. We've got Pete Moss, who's based in Matakana. And we have really good connections with other local artists and we'll be looking to expand what we're offering. Also, Abby as a painter has her work in here. And I'll be looking to put some of my prints and things in here in the new year when I have time. It's been really lovely to be able to collaborate with other businesses in the village. I think Matakana Village is a really unique place. All the shops are individually owned, there's no chains here. And so I think for us to be able to come to somewhere like this and open a unique store and be a part of that community is really valuable. And we also work alongside other stores as well. Sometimes we'll do our paint and sip evenings at the Vintry, which is just across the way there. And we'll work alongside sometimes with Caro next door at Twig Bloom for some still life flowers and things for our drop-in classes. So every different store has something unique to offer, yeah.
So I graduated in 2018 with my Master of Visual Arts from AUT in Auckland, and I majored in abstract painting, which has a base in kind of philosophy of art and kind of the psychology around painting. And that leads in quite nicely to doing classes because it means you can teach a broad range of subjects. You can teach about why we do certain things with art, and same with products, why people use certain products to paint or to sketch, and why following some of the conventions isn't always right, and that certainly comes into our classes. We have a full broad range of people that come in with different talent levels, and being able to encourage people to paint and to try different things and try new things is really rewarding, and I mean that's the whole essence of art.
So we aim to keep something for every budget here. So whether you want to purchase a single pencil for $3 or whether you want to purchase a complete set of calligraphy inks and a box sets of watercolours, you know, for $150, or buy a piece of artwork or something. There's something for everybody here.
It's also really lovely to be a part of the local community here in the Matakana Village and to be able to help and inspire, well, once again, the local community to get creative and to start writing, start drawing, start classes. And this is early days for us, and we are really excited to, what the future for Pigment might be. And this is, early days. We're really excited for the next year.
So we're a new business, a baby business. We've only been going for 6 months, but the response and the reaction to people within the community and from Auckland and further afield has been really wonderful and amazing. So many people, about this, every third person that comes into the store says, wow, this is so cool, this is amazing, oh thank goodness you're here. And so it's been really overwhelming and quite wonderful to have that response. We didn't really know what we were kind of getting ourselves into really, but it's just been really awesome, so we're really enjoying it.